Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Man, it's Monday again, and August already. Holy mackerel, how did that happen? School is starting this week, and while I can't wait for that, I am super sad about the knowledge that little miss is a senior in high school this year. The time just flew by. Oh man, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for spending some time with me this evening. I hope you are all doing well. I have a super fun, fabulous fancy fold card to share with you this evening, and it's showing a sneak peek of some products in the new holiday catalog, which is going live tomorrow. Yay! It's time for celebration and a new mini catalog. Yay! I'm so excited because I will finally be able to show you the inside of these catalogs, and they are absolutely amazing. Hey, Miss Sharon. Hey, Miss Kathy. Ooh, Facebook's gonna let me see some comments tonight. Good. I love that. All right, guys. So today's project, yes, a little Halloween-y, and no, summer's not over yet, but this girl is wishful thinking for the fall weather, and I'm not doing a little spooky Halloween. This is a cute, sweet little Halloween, so this is going to ease us in, okay? All right, so this card uses a lot of brand new product. First and foremost, the beautiful designer series paper that you see here. Absolutely gorgeous. Second, the fabulous gingham ribbon. And third, the super cute stamp set. And last but not least, these super adorable little adhesive stars. So let me show you the designer series paper first of all. As you can see, I've been playing just a little bit. Not too much yet. I'm trying to behave myself and not get carried away with Halloween because, oh, y'all know I love Halloween. Okay, no squeals allowed anymore. Let's get to this. All right, here is the paper. As you can see, absolutely stinking adorable. Very cute and sweet. It is not a spooky type of Halloween. And, you know, just a lot of fun patterns. Easy to work with. Fabulous, beautiful. Absolutely adorable, right? And there are quite a few sheets of each. I think there are 6 sheets of each design, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, but let's see. You know what? Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, okay, sorry, that was funny. 4, 5, 6 sheets. 6 sheets of each of the designer series papers. So fabulous, very cute. Hello, I see some more folks coming in. Thank you so much for joining us. Lots of really cute patterns and designs. Love them. You know, the little skeletons. And actually this paper has a punch or dies. I feel like it's a punch. Okay, you know what? I'm not sure that I recall. I thought I had the punches up here on my wall, but apparently I don't. I think there's a punch. I'm sure of it, actually. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I can show you. Okay, so there's a little punch here and it doesn't coordinate with that at all. So I was imagining things. Anyway, excuse me, it's Monday, that's my excuse. But in fairness, I am showing you another sneak peek of a new product. Yeah, okay, anyway, sorry. Disregard what I said. I thought there was a punch for the skeleton. One of my demo girls who are on here, tell me, am I losing my mind? Anyway, alright, so the paper is cute. We went over that. Super adorable paper. Lots of fun. And I cannot wait for the Halloween season to kick in, because last year I did a 13 treats of Halloween. And each day for 13 days prior to Halloween, in the month of October anyway, I did a Facebook Live with a treat package and showed you how to make it. And it was a lot of fun, and everybody really seemed to enjoy that. So I will be doing that again this year, so be on the lookout for that. And, you know, if you're not into Halloween, totally cool, because, you know, the treat packaging can be modified. So maybe I make a little pouch, right? And you don't want Halloween, but you like Christmas. So you could take the same dimensions and measurements and apply those with Christmas colored cardstocks and Christmas DSP. Okay, so even if you're not into Halloween, which I am and I love. Anyway, if you're not into Halloween, totally cool. You can still use the ideas for Christmas, birthdays, whatever. All right? So be on the lookout. Okay. The next thing is the Cute Stars adhesive backed sequins. Now I'm going to try to get this with a little reflection, but not so much it blinds you. So we've got orange, a purple iridescent, and a black, right? Very cool. And I'm using the orange ones today. All right. And then I'm using the Batty for You and Happy Halloween stamp sets from the Frightfully Cute stamp and die bundle, which the dies in this set, if you're a Halloween friend, you're gonna love it, because look at that beautiful spider web, and then a fun tree with an owl, a witch's hat, beautiful little fence, which, you know, this could be a fence for any occasion. I love the little stars. Those could be used for a lot of different things. I'm in love with the idea of the circle die, because since Stampin' Up! Has gotten rid of the circle punches, we're taking those circles wherever we can get them, right? So that's awesome. And then look at these tags. They are so cute. And I will tell you, I took this one and die cut it out of black earlier. Let me see if I can grab it here. I die cut it out of black earlier and was so impressed with how it looked, because it looks like one of those beautiful little chalkboard labels, right? Isn't that cool? Now that can be used for literally anything, right? This is going to be great on Christmas packaging, and I'm already thinking of fun little Halloween tags to make with this. So this one right here, so awesome. And then you've got a nice little pointed hang tag and a fun little label. This is going to be great too. So the dies are absolutely amazing, and that's the Frightfully Cute stamp and die bundle. So put that on your list. You need it. Okay, and then another thing that I said I would show you is the black and white gingham ribbon. Now this stuff is really neat. It's very soft and pliable, so it's really easy to make a bow, which, as you can see here, but I'll just show you. Simple bows, nice and easy. Really cute too. I love gingham stuff anyway. And you know what? This black and white buffalo plaid is really popular. It's great for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, you know, Valentine's Day. Mix this with some red and pink. So cute. Anyway, that's great. All right, I've shown you the paper, I've shown you the sequins, I've shown the ribbon and the stamps. Shall we get started on this project already? All right, here we go. What you're going to need, and I'm going to use my measuring utensil, because I have the measurements, but I don't want to tell you wrong. So this is an 8.5 by 4 1/4. And you're scoring it at 5.5 inches. So this is your 4 1/4 by 5.5, which makes your standard card base size. But because this is a fancy fold card, we've got this here. So it's 8.5 by 4 1/4. scored at 5.5 inches. All right, and it's going to be just like this. Then you're going to have a piece of 4 by 5.25 inch basic black cardstock. That's going to go right there. Then we're going to have a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 of the DSP, and that's because I wanted just a little trim of black for the mat here. I didn't want a big mat, so there's that. And then another piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock. This one measures 8.5 by 3. Yeah, 8.5 by 3. Oh my goodness, I had a moment. And then you're going to score it at 4.25. So 8.5 by 3 scored at 4.25, and this is going to make your outer layer. So it'll go like this. And this piece is going to be lined up in the center here. And then it'll layer together like this. Okay. Pretty cool so far. Now you need a piece of, holy cow, where'd that go? You need a piece of 2 3/4 by 4 inches of basic white, and that's going to go on the inside. And then a piece of 2 7/8 by 4 1/8 for the outside of the folding part. And don't worry about the measurements. I will put them on my blog. They should be up here in just a little bit. Shortly after we're live, it'll go live. Okay, and then this one is 2 3/4 by 4 inches, and that's why I don't have my measurements here beside me, because they're sitting up at the computer. So, if you want to know the truth, I'm not unprepared. I was just leaving my supplies laying around. Alright, now for the front section, if I scoot this out of the way, this piece here, because we have certain measurements here, being an 1/8 of an inch around and then a 1/16 of an inch around, so that's 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, you get the idea. This one is 4 inches by 2.5, and then this one is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. Let me double check. That's correct, isn't it? Yes, it is. 2 3/8. Alright, and then I also have a scrap here that is 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and this is going to go on the inside panel, just to give us a little bit of color there. And then I have 3 pieces that I have cut with the layering circles dies. This is the smallest. Let me grab the layering circles here for you. This is the second smallest white circle, the third smallest basic black circle, and then the third smallest of the scallop circles. Okay? And so you'll have all of that, and then of course you're going to have your ribbon and the DSP, which I've already cut, and the sequins. And then on all of the DSP, you're going to use a sponge dauber and basic black or memento black ink, and you're going to ink up around the edges. Now I've already done the little bat, I've done the stripes, I've done that piece, and then I've done most of this piece, but I wanted to show you this one. I did most of that to kind of buy us a little bit of time here. I didn't want to take too much time watching me ink around, but I did want to leave this and see if you can tell. And hopefully you can, but maybe you can't with this darker background. Let's see if that helps. So if you look around the edge here, you can see that right about here, it goes a little bit softer on the edges, and right here it's still kind of straight and rigid. That is what the sponge dauber and inking the edges does for your paper. It gives you a nice softer finish so that it looks more better put together. I'm sorry that that was not proper grammar, but it looks better put together. and it just helps finish out a project and makes it look more complete. All right. And even when the DSP is black, you can see that it still makes the difference. Okay. So ink up those edges, girls. And I'm just going to do the rest of it. And all I'm doing is tapping the ink into, or tapping the dauber into the ink pad and just brushing it along the edges, just like this, nice and easy, nothing fancy. And I'm just going all along the edge, okay? And I'm not going too far in. I'm keeping it right on the edge of the paper. And believe it or not, and you may not be able to see it on the video, but when you're inking it up, even on black paper, you can see where it's at. It's not a problem for you to be able to ink it up, okay? Now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the edges of this as well. And this is a wonderful thing because you can see how much it softens it up, right? Right here, you've got this nice, bold, light color, but when you add an edging of black to it, it really tones it down and softens it up. And we definitely want that with this project because there isn't a whole lot of purple in it. I used the Highland Heather because I wanted to pull in these little bits of purple here, and I think it does a great job of it, but I don't need very much, just a little dabble do ya, okay? So I'm gonna just brush this on, and then we'll be good to go because I've already done the rest of it. I see some more folks coming in. Hello, hello. This is a great night. So many people in here. That's awesome. All right, there we go. And now you can see the difference that it's made, right? It's amazing. It blows my mind how such little things can be so cool. All right, let's get this bugger put together. Okay, I'm going to set these off to the side. I'm going to bring in the card base and my layers, and I'm going to stack the layers together so that way I can get them adhered. Now all I'm going to be doing with the big DSP is just attaching it directly to its cardstock counterpart, okay? Now I'll tell you, I really hated covering up these back sides. You know, some DSPs, it's really easy to decide which side you're going to use because you don't really like one or the other. But with this paper, it's all so cute. I love it. Alright, and again, I'm just layering my pieces together here. I've got just a small clearance on either side of these black ones, just a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. Very, very cute. I love adding a little matte layer. It's again one of those finishing type of things. It just makes it look well put together. Alright, here we go. Now the downside is it's a small space, so you gotta be careful. Okay, and then I can put this one on here. And this is just gonna go right about there. I hope no one is upset that I'm doing Halloween already, but I know I've got some girls in here who love summertime and the heat, not mentioning any names, Miss Kimberly, but but this girl is already ready for the fall, okay? All right, now I'm gonna take the black circle and I'm gonna just attach it directly to the scalloped circle here, and then we're gonna stamp on the white one and then put it up on dimensionals, okay? All right, so now we've got that done. Let's go ahead and attach them to our card. So I'm gonna take this big panel and it's going right here in the back. See more folks coming in. Wow, hello, hello. All right, nice to see you. Okay, we're doing a little sweet Halloweeny type of card. And know it's a little bit early, but I'm wishful dreaming for fall weather, so that's why we're doing it. And the new holiday catalog is going live tomorrow, and you'll find these things in there, so it's a little sneak peek as well. Okay, here we go. And we'll put this piece right on here, and it's going to line up nicely with the back end, so it's going to give that a good look too. All right, now I'm going to put this piece on the inside, and I'm going to really give it enough adhesive. I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus because I find that it's just easy to use, and I love knowing that when I stick it, that sucker is stuck. So it's a good thing. All right, now I'm putting this in the center of the DSP, okay? So that's how you're going to be able to line this up. And then once you unfold it, it lays perfectly, right? Okay, now we can go ahead and put this piece on. And if you want to, you could go ahead and tie your ribbon around this piece before you attach it. I don't, and I didn't on this one because I have this piece holding it anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. But if you want to, you can. Okay, let me just get that stuck down. Isn't that so stinking cute? Oh, I love it. All right. And you know I like to tie my ribbons from the spool if I can. So I'm not sure how many inches this is going to be. I'll tell you what. Give me just a second here and we will find out. Okay. Whoop. Hold on. And sometimes that happens, even to those of us who think we got it under control. Thank you, Miss Elaine. She says it's a cute card. I appreciate that. You know, Halloween is a fun time. Super fun. I love it. I love seeing the kids all dressed up. I love seeing everybody's decorations. It doesn't have to be spooky. Okay, so that's about the size we need. So if I imagine it's cut there, let me tell you about how much this is. This is approximately 13 inches. So you need approximately 13 inches to wrap around and make a bow here, okay? All right, now let me redo that. It's practice. This is why I can do them remotely, because I practice them so much. Let me bring that over. Here we go. Bring it over a little more. I want it right on the edge. Okay, there we go. Last week I did Paper Pumpkin Live in my Paper Pumpkin group, and one of the girls noted that my fingernails matched the Paper Pumpkin box. I hadn't even thought of it. This color is called She's a Bad Muffaletta, and I thought that was funny. So there's another one that's called Cajun Shrimp. I don't know if it's a little more pinkish than this one or not. I always forget which is more pink and which is more orangey, but one's one and one's the other. And I think they're both great because I love their names. So all right. Let me snip this, and I'm going to go ahead and snip this, and now that's ready. Okie dokie. And now we'll set this aside because we're going to do some stamping. All right. Let me get my scrap out of the way here. First thing I want to do is bring in that little circle And I'm going to stamp Batty for You. Super cute. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. Come down, not all the way at the bottom, but closer to the bottom than the top. Hold it for just a second. And then grab the little bat. He was giving me trouble earlier because he's a solid color and a really bold one. So if he gives me trouble again, I'll show you how to fix it. Alright. Stamp him down right there. Okay, perfect. So you can see that it's got a little bit of a lighter section of the ink. I just take my Stampin' Right marker, and this is the same dye-based ink that's in our ink pads. So just take the marker and color in along the lines. And this way you get a really nice, rich color without having to be able to draw from scratch, which is pretty cool because I can't. There we go. And then I can do this side. So I'm just following the lines. Looks like I got a little scuff on my label too. That's okay. I'm going to cover that up anyway. There we go. Alright, so now you can see it's a lot darker and it fits perfectly. Alright. And was I off screen while I was coloring? I'm sorry, that's because I really had to be over the top of it. So all I was doing was just using the brush tip of the marker and coloring inside the lines of the bat to make him a little bit more bold and dark. Okay. Alright, now I want to get a few of my little mini dimensionals here, and I'm gonna put 3 of them right there. And come on, friends, these guys have been giving me a hard time. They don't want to go anywhere, but I need them to work. So alright, here we are. And then we'll put this on here, just like so. Okay, and then on this piece, we're going to stamp Happy Halloween, and we're going to do a little masking. So I had posted on, I think on my Instagram recently, just the other day, maybe even yesterday, whenever it was, hi Miss Linda, that you can use part of your stamp, all of your stamp, or only one little thing of your stamp. So if you have different things, for example, You're So Sweet, It's Scary, I could turn that into 2 different stamps instead of 1 simply by masking it off. So I could stamp You're So Sweet on the front, It's Scary on the back side, Less Trickin', More Treatin', same thing, Frightfully, and then Cute on 2 separate labels or whatever. And when you look at it from that angle, you can get so much more use out of your stamps. So I have a little piece of washi tape here, and I'm going to mask off To You because I just want this to say Happy Halloween. Now, the important thing to remember with the masking, 2 things, maybe more here. The first thing is to make sure that you get the tape tucked in between where you want it and where you don't want it, okay? Because you don't want the tape to be up on the edge of the part you want to stamp, and you don't want the part showing that you don't want to stamp, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2 is that once you ink it up, and I'm going to try to ink just the section here and not ink the whole thing. So you don't have to do that. It's just, I don't want to get the ink all over the washi tape and get it everywhere. Okay. All right. So now that I've got that, and I'm going to stamp it relatively in the center here. There we go. It's a little off. That's okay. It's Halloween. Here, I'll tell you what. We will take another one of these bats and put him right there. There we go. Alright, very good. And just like the other one, tell you, this guy's giving me a little bit of a hard time. So I'm just going to take my marker, and it doesn't matter actually if you use the brush tip or the pointed tip, just depends on how big the space is and how comfortable you are with the coloring. So we'll just use a little bit there and it's good. And then I'm going to attach this to the inside of the smaller panel. Come on, tape. There we go. Right here. Okay, now you've got plenty of room to write a sweet little note, and if you need more room, you can always write down here at the bottom, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna put this whole thing on dimensionals as well. Let me grab my dimensionals again, and I want to make sure that I don't put them along this edge because it's going to be hanging off the card a little bit. So I'm going to just put my finger there, and that way I know where I can put dimensionals and where I can't. Alright. There we go. Okay, friends, so now I seriously have to know how many of you are Halloween fans like me. So I need hearts if you're a Halloween person, and if you're not, don't do anything. But if you're a Halloween person, give me some hearts, show me some love. I hope that you guys like Halloween, or at least love the idea of treat holders, because I'm really excited about the Halloween treat holders. That was a lot of fun last year. So now I also do 12 tags of Christmas, and that's a lot of fun too. So that really sets you up and gets you ready to decorate your Christmas packages. Very cute. And you know, it's all well and good to have pretty wrapping paper, but if you don't do a cute tag, what's the point? So we like to do a cute tag. Now I'm kind of strategically placing that little star there to cover up that spot. And then you'll notice that the stars, there's different sizes too, so you can do bigger ones and smaller ones. Well, if you could see them, these are a little bigger than these ones are. Alright, and I'll put another one up here, and then another one, how about right about there? And there's our super stinking cute Halloween-y card. This is one of my favorite fancy folds, y'all. I love it. And then for the envelope, I stamped some little bats, and on the signature tab there, oops, camera's getting crazy. So you can see it right here and up here on the end too. Very cute, huh? All right, friends. Excuse me. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know there are a lot of measurements to it, but go over to my blog in about half an hour or so, and you should see the project and all of the measurements there. Remember that you won't see the supply list yet. You'll see some of the things, like the stuff that's available right now, but the things like the DSP and the ribbon, those aren't available until tomorrow. So those items won't be in the supply list. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here tonight. Remember, If you love the DSPs that are in the annual catalog, that sale is ending tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. So that's 15% off the DSPs, makes them $9.78 instead of $11.50. So time to stock up on some of that regular DSP and make lots of cute cards with them. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And until next time, my friends, bye for now.